Well, let's talk about Miss Ellen DeGeneres. The poor multimillionaire TV celebrity who is stuck in her mansion while the help cleans her windows. So she's getting ripped apart by woke Twitter. And it's kind of woke Twitter. It's not the wokest of Twitter. It's just the blue checky journalist types that are piling on.
Yeah.
Just, you know what? They're piranhas. There was blood in the water.
Yeah, none of them actually care about Ellen at all. No. They're making fun jokes. They're like, oh, I can make some funny joke. And they're like, well, do you really care about Ellen? No, but I can make funny jokes out of it, though. It's like that's what we're seeing.
It's like a mob, you know?
Yeah.
It's just a mob of people running through the streets screaming, and one person does something, and then everyone else wants to be a part of it, so they jump in. No one really knows why they're angry, but hey, man, it's fun to be a part of the crowd, right?
It's true.
So here's what we've got an excellent source for you today. Our source today is Cosmopolitan Magazine, the bastion of great journalism.
Yes.
And here's what they wrote. Since it's incredibly unsafe to go outside, if you're not an essential worker these days, many celebrities have been social distancing in their gigantic homes while slowly unraveling. We saw it happen with Gal Gadot and her celebrity friends who decided to sing Imagine instead of donating some of their millions. We saw it happen when Vanessa Hudgens went on Instagram Live and said deaths related to COVID were inevitable. And we're seeing it again with Ellen DeGeneres. As part of her new temporary Ellen show setup, Ellen sat in her living room in front of a floor-to-ceiling window overlooking lush greenery. After giving some words of encouragement to her fans, Ellen then compared her new normal to being in jail. She first joked, "Today I am filming this in my living room because it has the best light and sound, and all the other rooms in my house are filled with toilet paper." Then she added, "This is like being in jail, mostly because I've been wearing the same clothes for 10 days and everyone here is gay." There is so much wrong with that joke from a woke perspective.
That's true.
First of all, wearing the same clothes is the least of the issue of being in jail.
Right.
But also saying everyone is gay. Wow, that's bold to make a rape joke about our prison system.
It's true.
No wonder she's getting torn up a bit.
Yeah, it's different than I expected it to be. I actually didn't hear the whole thing.
Yeah, the people there aren't gay by choice in many of those circumstances.
Yeah.
So
or they're not gay at all, and things just happen.
Yeah, dude.
That they have no say in.
Not funny, but you know what? I'm not somebody who gets bent out of shape because someone said a joke I don't find funny.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I get what she was going for. Yeah, I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm an adult. I've got bills to pay. I'm not going to cry about this. Well, apparently there are people who will cry about it, and we all expect it as much. Obviously, this is a tone-deaf comment to make anytime, but it's especially grating now as inmates have an increased risk of catching coronavirus and feel like sitting ducks. One man at a facility in Louisiana even told NPR, "They have not done anything to isolate anybody in here at all. People are still coughing every night, man. There are a bunch of sickly people in this camp. I just pray something happens soon." Surely that's not what's happening in whichever mansion Ellen decided to social distance and film her daily talk show in. Just a hunch. Predictably, after people watched this segment, they dragged Ellen for the comparison, making this one of the many times in recent memory that people were not laughing along with her. They say, remember the Dakota Johnson interview and when she hung out with George W. Bush? One Variety writer, oh, here comes woke Twitter, Carolyn Frampke tweeted, "What a great look for Ellen as thousands of people sit in actual jail cells just hoping for the best without soap and basic protection." Others said, "Ellen really is the worst and people are dying. I'm afraid to leave my house every day, but I have to. But okay, go off, Ellen. Social isolation is bad, stressful, and causes increased depression and anxiety, but it ain't jail." I mean, there are so many tweets about this. Some of the tweets are actually pretty funny.
I know,
this one, I love this one. Look at Reductress said, "It's sort of like being in prison," says woman eating yogurt in bed who also has voting rights. So I don't care if Ellen makes a stupid joke.
It is kind of telling, though, when you see that other video, that you found.
Oh yeah. But you want to go straight to the darkness?
I mean, it just touched on that, though. Just was talking about exactly that. It's
we're gonna go straight for the darkness.
Yeah, straight into it. Right. It's fitting. Look at this.
I'm actually gonna play this video because it's kind of brutal.
It is pretty brutal. It's true. I mean, they have masks, but they're not right next to each other.
Yep, crammed in rooms. So there's this video that's gone viral, and we got to be careful because we've seen viral videos in the past. Just because it's viral doesn't mean it's true.
Yeah,
it's purportedly of a dude in jail, and one dude's wheezing because he's got COVID. And the dude filming's like, what are we supposed to do? This dude's literally dying right now. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
And he's like, he's just sitting right here. Like, what?
I can't go anywhere.
Yeah, he's
Right.
like, we can't even social distance. Meanwhile, you got Ellen chilling in her mansion like, oh, man, I'm in jail. Hee hee. So here's the funny thing. The people are dying, quote.
Right.
You know what, man? I hear you. People are dying.
Yeah.
But they've said that about literally everything. It's like
It's true.
you walk outside and like some kid drops a glass of milk and they're like, people are dying. And you're like, it's spilled milk, dude. To use a silly analogy, but they literally cry about everything.
Yeah, food, like the biscuit. I didn't finish eating the biscuit. You know, there's starving people out
No,
there
but
dying.
Yeah.
people are dying as a quote is used in every single social justice protest. So
Yeah,
like,
you're right.
if you say something like, I believe in free speech, they'll go, people are dying. And you're like, I have
Yes.
no idea what that has to do with like Louis C.K. making an offensive joke. I'm
Right.
sorry. I don't understand. But that's what they say. So now it's funny because one of the things we've talked about is how the social justice activists kind of have no leg to stand on.
Yeah.
Because a lot of their vanity politics, nobody cares now that
Nobody
people
really-
are dying.
Yep, exactly.
But now they're like, people are dying. And it's like, well, this time you're right. All right. Well, those other times
You
don't
got
count.
me now.
Yeah, this time. That's why it's funny. I think it's funny that we're reading like woke Twitter and Cosmo making fun of Ellen, and we're all like enjoying it.
Mm-hmm.
There's like something interesting, like something amazing is happening. Alyssa Milano came out, and she sides with Joe Biden.
Yeah.
And then both sides of the culture war come together in harmony, holding hands to make fun of Alyssa Milano.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then you get Bernie Sanders dropping out today. And then you get the Trump supporters and the Bernie Sanders supporters like holding hands, like in harmony, like ragging on the Democratic establishment.
It's weird. I said it like a month and a half ago when this whole thing started happening. Like, is this going to be our space race? Like, that's going to bring everyone together.
Yes.
And it really does feel that way. Like,
Yeah, man.
we're all coming together, like realizing celebrities aren't really that special. You know, what's really special is the people that are being, I mean, they're not going out and working by choice. They have no choice. They have to go work. It's like we're all calling them heroes, but they have no choice. It's like they're risking their lives to be out in, man, the countless different things that they're doing, you know?
I can only think of the Lord of the Rings meme.
Which one?
Gimli, he looks at
Legolas.
Legolas and he's like, I never thought I'd die fighting beside an elf.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, I never thought I'd laugh at jokes by woke Twitter making fun of, you know, a celebrity.
Mm-hmm.
Side by side. So they just show a bunch of tweets. But I got to be honest. It's just people trying to get on the bandwagon. Does anybody really care that Ellen made a stupid joke?
No, it has nothing to do with Ellen.
Right.
It's like, oh, I can make a funny joke and people will spread it around
Exactly.
and I'll get some hits and
It's
I'll
like,
get some
"Ooh,
likes.
I want to
and
play. I want to play. And,
Yeah,
you know, and
that's
they,
what it
they,
is.
They tweet it.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody just like quoted it. Some of it's just not even like, I'm angry about this. What is this? Yeah, Ellen might want to address this on her next YouTube video. Well, she deleted the video apparently.
Oh, did she?
Yeah, I guess she took it down. That's what. Oh no, it's right here, isn't it? Is it up? Okay, it's up. I'm not gonna play that. I do not want to hear that
Thank you.
music.
Thank you.
Yeah, apparently some
Appreciate
people were
it.
saying it. I mean, celebrities have been, for the most part, going insane.
Really
and
feels like
what
it,
is
huh?
this? Can we not? Are you gonna?
We can't.
You're giving me the business?
Not,
Okay, I guess they
apparently.
kicked me out because I. What is this? Oh, I see what happened. They were like, "Why don't you?
Why don't you
subscribe?"
pay for this?
So we covered. I don't want to say we covered it.
Yeah.
But we made fun of celebrities quite a bit, a couple weeks ago,
It's fun.
and everyone seems to be in on it, and
Yep.
it's kind of a cool thing, Like, hey, let's make fun of these people. It's cool because we used to just needlessly prop them up. Everybody wanted to know who they were, what they were wearing, where they took poops, and like, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
people would like hide in bushes, take pictures of them. Now everyone's just making fun of them. So as much as like the Ellen DeGeneres thing is a bunch of people who just they don't actually care about Ellen, but they want
Right.
to be a part of the crowd. I kind of dig it.
You know what? I feel like there's one celeb that might be above this.
Ryan Reynolds,
Bill Murray.
Bill Murray.
Oh, yeah.
Bill Murray can just do whatever he wants. Like who's?
There's a handful.
Yeah, there's a few.
I don't know. I feel like Bill Murray he's kind of like the craziest one
Yeah.
of them all that can just pop into your party and be like, "Hey, what up?"
If Bill Murray,
He's not gonna lose it though. I feel like he lost it
No,
long ago.
if Bill Murray made a video
Uh-huh.
and he was like, "Hey everybody, Bill Murray here. I hope you're all staying safe. Just want to make sure you're doing all right and you're staying home. Have a good one. Mm-hmm. Then people would be like, whoa, what happened to this guy? Oh my God.
Wait, Bill Murray's normal?
Yeah.
He's a normal
supposed
celeb?
to be saying something crazy. He's like, kind of like a Ryan Reynolds kind of character.
Yeah,
Ryan Reynolds is kind of like Bill Murray.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm not going to read through this article, but it's just funny because New York, this is the cut from New York Mag. The celebs are losing it. I saw this and I said to myself, I read this article 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
They keep losing it.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're consistently
But this
losing it.
just came out like 6 days ago.
Yeah, it's like a week ago. Mm-hmm. And then we have, this one's funny, from The Spectator. Why we love to hate celebrities.
Tell us.
One World Together at Home is a weirdly complacent name. Yeah. And this is just, again, it's not that I care to like read the opinion pieces about celebrities.
Yeah.
But I noticed there was something unifying all of us. We used to be unified by knowing these celebrities and talking about them. Mm-hmm. Now we're unified in our hatred of them.
They're
our
like love/hatred.
Well, what's interesting is
Right?
I heard that Bollywood.
Yeah.
In India. So like for those that don't know, it's like India's Hollywood. I heard that in India they're looked down upon. Whereas in like the United States, celebrities are like looked up to.
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't know if that's true.
Oh, okay.
People have said to me that like in India they don't consider it to be like a high class kind of thing. Where in America they're celebrities, they're like the rich and the wealthy and the famous, and everyone wants to be like them and all that stuff. Now we're just making fun of them all. That's kind of a cool thing because if we can discourage people from trying to be like these awful people, then maybe
and be more like doctors.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and
or
nurses
or grocery store food stockers.
Well, no, I was talking about like. I mean, sure, yeah, that's a necessity right now, but that back in the day it was more like you aspire to be like a doctor or the president or an astronaut or a scientist that discovers life on another planet.
Right.
You know what kids want to be today?
Celebrities.
Kind of. You're close. It's more specific.
Influencers.
Even closer. You're getting warm.
Oh, what is it?
You want the answer?
Yeah, just tell me.
YouTuber.
Oh, really?
Yep. I mean, it might have.
Okay.
So this was, I think last year they did a survey, like, what do you want to be when you're an adult?
Yeah.
And like the biggest group said YouTuber, like YouTube famous. And then there was, I would imagine today it's like TikTok.
Okay.
Yeah, but you guys want to hear a funny story? Because you weren't around for this.
Sure.
When I first moved to this house,
Okay.
I'm like, it's kind of empty, and there's a knock on the door. And I walk up to the door and I open it, and there's a bunch of like 14-year-old girls standing on my porch with their arms crossed, like, looking all, I don't know, sassy 14-year-old girl like. And then one girl's like, she looks at me and she goes, "Are you a famous YouTuber?" And I was like, "What?" And she goes, "My mom says you're a famous YouTuber." And I laughed and I was like, "I don't know." And she goes, "I bet you're rich." And I laughed. I was like, "What?" And she goes, "Yeah." And then the other girl was like, "My dad said you're really rich." And I'm like, "Who? I just moved here. Who are you people?" Like,
yeah, what?
Who's going around and saying all these things? It's not true. And I was like, "Your parents probably make way more than I do." And then they were like, I can't remember what they asked me, but I was like, "Is that all you wanted to know? Can I go back to like playing video games or something? I was playing Warcraft or something."
Oh,
and,
man.
But I think the reason I don't know why they came here and did it. It was funny. I was like these weird little kids, but
you're a mini celebrity to them.
Well, no, but here to me, I grew up in an era of YouTube, so
Right.
YouTube to me isn't special.
Okay.
It's interesting because I feel like we're always looking up to the people who came before us, and so to the person like, man, when you get to that point when you're in your 30s and you're like you are the head of your your office or something.
Okay.
Like let's say you're no longer the apprentice. You've now taken over the principal, task at your company. Maybe you've become like the chief chef or whatever. To you, it's just normal. It's like I've been here for a long time and now I'm doing my thing.
Yeah.
But other people come in, they look at you and you're like, you're the man, you're the boss.
Right.
So for me, it's like I'm just a guy who started filming myself and I don't know anything about YouTube. But these younger people see YouTubers and they're like rock stars.
Yeah, you saw YouTube. You were there when there was no YouTube.
Yeah.
So now, and you've seen it and you've grown with it.
But for me, it's still like, it reminds me of that episode of The Simpsons where Homer wanted to be an inventor.
Okay.
And then he made that, he's like, he was obsessed with Thomas Edison. So he made this little chart showing Edison and all the things he had invented by a certain time frame, and then him.
Okay.
And then when he finally went to Edison's like office museum or whatever, he saw the exact same thing where it said Da Vinci and Edison. And so he was like, wow, it's just like me. And it's like kind of a stupid thing because Edison was just like a businessman.
Right.
But that's kind of the idea. It's like these kids look at me on YouTube and they think like, oh, wow. And for me, I'm kind of like, I'm looking at TV anchors and like multi-millionaire, network hosts.
Who's the person you look up for?
Look up to?
Up to, yeah.
I wouldn't say I look up to anybody.
No? Okay.
I'd say like in terms of production quality and wealth and success, it would be like primetime cable news anchors or personalities.
But no one in particular.
No, I mean, I think one of the things that'll lead you to success is thinking everyone's a moron. So I think everybody on TV is stupid.
Yeah,
like Ellen especially. But I mean,
pretty sure she can take a joke.
No, I don't really think she's stupid. She's obviously smart enough to be successful in everything she's done.
Yeah,
so that means she's avoided pitfalls and has been able to expand her company. In terms of like the news space, I think no one does it better than Joe Rogan, whether he will publicly say it or not. He's the highest. He does shows where he interviews smart scientists and stuff, and it's like the biggest podcast in the world.
Yeah, it's true.
I look at the cable TV people, and I do think it's fascinating that they have less influence. These were that's like the old guard. It's kind of fading away and dying out. So anyway, that's kind of the point. Whether it matters or not. As for the celebrities, I'm actually excited that the old traditional TV style stuff is burning out.
And they're trying to be YouTube stars.
Yep.
Yeah.
They're trying to dive into YouTube, and
now they come in
not working.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
It's like, get out my house.
That's literally what Ellen was doing.
I know.
And it ended up blowing up in her face.
I mean, everyone's talking about Ellen right now, so it's like Alyssa Milano. Everyone's talking about Alyssa Milano, and it's like, but maybe that's all she wanted was just people talking about her.
Maybe, but they're more sensitive to high-profile brands.
I don't think that's exactly what Ellen was doing, though.
She wasn't trying to get attention.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying.
She's just corny.
And yeah, she's quirky, and honestly, it is kind of funny. And if you take out any of the it is funny. Being offended part of it. No. It's kind of funny. It's like something George Carlin would say, and it's like, oh, well, that's what George Carlin would say.
But
he's like
listen,
that. It's like, well,
her saying it's like being in jail.
Mm-hmm.
That's the joke. It's like ironic that she's a wealthy individual in a mansion comparing it to jail. Like that's literally the joke.
Exactly.
Now that everyone here is gay, I thought was pretty brazen, considering
she's gay, so maybe that was part of the joke.
Right.
Well, and her wife is
assuming,
also gay.
Yeah, and so
I mean, talking about prisons and the people there don't go in
voluntarily gay.
She's look. I'm not going to complain about a joke that's offensive. I'm the last person to. I'm the one who turns on the Count Dankula videos and laughs at them, and they're like as offensive as they possibly come. But you give the woke Twitterati an opportunity to pretend to be angry.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, exactly. That's really it. Nailed it.
Yeah. Thanks for checking out this clip from the Timcast IRL podcast. We do the show live Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. If you want to catch the full show, tune in to this channel, subscribe, hit the like button, or check us out on iTunes and Spotify, and we will soon have this podcast up for free on all podcast platforms. Thanks for hanging out, and we'll see you all in the next episode.